Good evening. This is Rashad Mitchell coming to you live from my YouTube channel. So I continue on my part series, the week that was college football history review, the 1963 college football season. This is week 9. The games are played on November 16th, 1963. Let's get into it. First and foremost, we're going to start with number 6 Pittsburgh shutting out Army by a score of 28-0. Army threatened twice early. Cadets picked up 4 first downs after opening kickoff, but quarterback Riley Stickway, who picked up 46 yards rushing on 18 carries, mostly out of shotgun formation, threw a pass from Pittsburgh 35-yard line that was dropped. Soon Army defensive back Jim Smith made fumble recover at Black Panthers 29-yard line, but kicker Dick Haight missed 28-yard field goal. Pittsburgh halfback Paul Martha opened scoring with 48-yard touchdown sweep around right side, and coach John Michaelowson shelved his wide open attack for effective belly series plunges and sweeps for 49 carries for 359 yards rushing. Panthers quarterback Fred Mazurik had 93 yards rushing on 16 carries, scored on a 33-yard sprint in the second quarter. Fullback kicker Rick Leeson kicked 29-yard field goal in the second quarter and scored on a 5-yard run in the third quarter. Getting whipped real good in the line, according to coach Paul Diesel, Army ended up completing 9 for 20 desperate passes. Next, number 2 Navy beat Duke by a score of 38-25 as Navy got into first half shootout with Duke and held nervous 31-25 margin after Blue Devils halfback Jake Wilkerson, son of Oklahoma's coach, smashed over with 2 seconds left in the half. Quarterback Roger Staubach broke George Welsh's school season records for pass completions and passing yards. So Staubach did much of his damage on foot, however, scoring 4-yard touchdown off right tackle after opening kickoff. Duke came right back on his first possession, going 65 yards to halfback Biff Bracey's 3-yard touchdown run. Dodging and spinning, Staubach brought roar from the crowd with dazzling 44-yard run that set up a halfback's Johnny Saves touchdown for a 14-6 lead, which was the end of the first quarter milestone. Wild second quarter saw Duke notch 19 points on touchdown run and pass by quarterback Scotty Glacken and Wilkerson's late touchdown, but Glacken also threw interception that Midi's defensive end Dave Sajurud nabbed and carried 34 yards to touchdown and 34-19 Bulge. Duke changed defense at halftime and pinned Staubach to the extent that he lost 23 yards rushing. Navy defense was equally as good, and so second half touchdown came on Say's 93-yard dash, which eclipsed Navy's 90-yard record set by Joe Bellino in 1960. North Carolina beat Miami by a score of 27-16. Number 7 Alabama beat Georgia Tech 27-11. Crimson Tide quarterback Joe Namath mothballed his passing arm and managed the game so well that coach Bear Bryant said his assistant coaches kept phoning me from press box to not call any plays. Halfback Ray Ogden made brilliant 44-yard touchdown run in the first quarter. Halfback Benny Nelson scored twice as Alabama gained 252 yards rushing, trailing 14-3 and having only quarterback kicker Billy Loffridge's 41-yard field goal to show for first half. Sluggish Georgia Tech stunned the Tide with an impressive third quarter rally. The Yellow Jackets drove 52 yards to halt at Bama 1-yard line, and after receiving ensuing punt, marched back 46 yards on 9 and 11-yard passes by Loffridge to his touchdown sneak and 2-point pass to halfback Joe Howard. But that shaved Crimson Tide's third quarter edge to 14-11. So Tech soon went to tie the 24-yard line, but sub-fullback Jimmy Barber was halted inches from first down. And Alabama answered with a 76-yard touchdown drive, which was quickly followed by defensive back Billy Piper's interception and Nav's short touchdown run for 13 rapid-fire points in closing 2:30. Now, that's the end of that. Let's go into Northwestern beating Ohio State 17-8, reversing the team's usual profiles. The Wildcats rushed for 270 yards, out of which sub-fullback Steve Murphy called 2 touchdown runs of 16 yards on draw play, 8 yards run in the fourth quarter. Meanwhile, Ohio State threw 32 mostly ineffective passes. Kickers Pete Stammerson booted 23-yard field goal to open scoring in the second quarter for Northwestern. Asked about Northwestern's mediocre record, Buckeye coach Woody Hayes barked. They passed to too blank much. Basically said, they passed too much. I want to say the D word, so I'm going to leave that out. He said they passed too blank much. Even so, humble Buckeyes had to pass to avoid shutout. Halfback Paul Warfield caught a 31-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Don Unverwerf in game's last minute. Considering that Ohio State launched so many passes, it was ironic that small plane was hired to fly above Ohio Stadium at halftime to trail banner that said "Goodbye, Hillary." It was reminded that the Buckeyes fans had continually this season expressed their disapproval of Coach Woody Hayes' conservative play calling. Next, number 8, Illinois beats Wisconsin 17-7. As Violent Illini kept alive their Rose Bowl hopes with bend don't break defense led by center linebacker Dick Butkus that allowed 274 yards and contributed defensive back George Donnelly 24-yard interception touchdown return for 14-0 second quarter edge. Illinois drive after opening kickoff had been capped by fullback Jim Grabowski's 2-yard touchdown run. Wisconsin, Big Ten's top statistical offense, despite having scored only 7 touchdowns in the last 5 weeks, narrowed it to 14-7. And halfback Lou Holland's 9-yard catch from quarterback Hal Brand in third quarter. Badgers passing game supplied weak 4.02 yards per attempt as they threw 16 of 14 for 165 yards into tough Illinois secondary led by Donnelly. Illinois center kicker Jim Blackenhorn 26-yard field goal locked up scoring bank in the last 38 seconds. Number 5, Oklahoma beat Missouri 13-3. Number 5, Oklahoma beat Missouri 13-3. Savage hitting marked Oklahoma's 9th victory in a row over Missouri and Columbia, but it was Bud Wilkinson's old standby punt touchdown return that formed a key moment for the Sooners. Oklahoma halfback Larry Shields cruised 65 yards on punt touchdown return as his blockers knocked the Tigers tacklers down like bowling pins in the first quarter. So halfback kicker George Leastrich knocked through 43-yard field goal in the second quarter to keep Missouri close at 6-3. This power run game shut down. Tigers quarterback Gary Lane bothered Oklahoma with 9 for 23 and 128 yards passing, but he suffered 2 interceptions at hands of wide-ranging defensive back Shields. Missouri end Bud Abel caught late second quarter pass from Lane, but in so doing lost fumble at Sooners' 5-yard line, while Oklahoma also turned over possession on a pair of fumbles and interceptions. Nebraska beat Oklahoma, number 10 team in the country. Nebraska beat Oklahoma State 20-16. Nebraska held on to first place in Big 8 as it awaited next week's showdown against Oklahoma. Oklahoma's trip to Stillwater turned out to have a ruling fourth quarter. Lowly Oklahoma State, often so disproportionately tough at home, trailed 20-6 as fourth quarter open. Quarterback Mike Miller decided to open up his aerial game. Miller pitched Cowboys downfield so that fullback George Thomas could bowl over from 7-yard line after forcing 2 Nebraska punts. Oklahoma State scored again in the last minute as Miller found halfback Franklin Jeff Williams for a touchdown that trimmed the deficit to 20-16. Nebraska weathered a tough road game without its injured top quarterback Dennis Claridge. Sophomore quarterback Fred Duda filled in well, scoring on 8-yard run in second quarter after, while directing Huskies' defensive drives of 68, 70, and 72 yards in middle quarters. Number 1, Texas shut out Texas Christian 17-0. With fullbacks Ernie Coy and Harold Phillip out hurt, the Ravens' third-string fullback Tommy Stockton gained 89 yards as Longhorns clinched the Cotton Bowl spot. Texas sophomore Stockton and halfback Phil Harris each scored from 3-yard line. TCU managed 136 yards in air and made 2 deep but failed drives into the Longhorns territory. Next, UCLA shut out Washington by score of 14-0. Now the big underdog UCLA mounted 88 and 76-yard drive, culminating each time by touchdown catch by Byron Nelson. Bruins defense pushed around so far in 1963 for 24 points per game, team's worst year since 1943. Surprisingly thwarted Washington offense at every turn. Huskies quarterback Bill Douglas passed 5 for 15 for 52 yards while Ace fullback Junior Coffey managed only 11 carries for 28 yards rushing. Los Angeles Times headline explained Rose Bowl selection dilemma upset Snarls Bowl pitcher. Now the crews look at week number 9, the week that was, the game that was played on November 16th, 1963. Let's look at the top 10 poll. As of November 18th, number 1 was Texas, number 2 Navy, number 3 Mississippi, number 4 Michigan State, number 5 Pittsburgh, number 6 Oklahoma, number 7 Alabama, number 8 Illinois, number 9 Auburn, number 10 Nebraska. So that concludes a look at the week that was college football history review. 1963 college football season, week 9 of November 16th, 1963. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Until then, talk to you tomorrow.